Everyone thought young Sieun had finally lost his mind. After brutally beating Yeong-bin, he wasn't done yet. He was just seconds away from delivering the final blow, until someone grabbed him and threw him across the classroom. That person was on Suho. For the first time, someone was strong enough to stop Sieun. But that wasn't the end, because while everyone believed the fight was over, Sieun's real war was only just beginning. This is Weak Hero Class 1, Episode 2. Sieun has already beaten Yeong-bin to the point where he can barely stand. His face is covered in blood, and he looks completely helpless. Just as Sieun raises his foot, ready to crush Yeong-bin's face with one final kick, Suho suddenly appears. And Suho grabs Sieun and throws him backward. But Sieun isn't thinking straight anymore. His anger has completely taken over. He grabs a chair and swings it straight at Suho. Unfortunately for him, Suho is trained in MMA. One clean punch lands right across Sieun's face. Instead of calming down, that punch only makes Sieun even angrier. Sieun charges at Suho once again. But before either of them can make another move, the homeroom teacher has arrived. In an instant, the entire classroom falls silent. The next scene shifts to the hospital. Yeong-bin is lying on a hospital bed with a thick bandage wrapped around his nose. The moment she sees Sieun, Yeong-bin's mother points at him and shouts, "I'm taking legal action against you." But Sieun doesn't panic. He calmly replies, "Your son drugged me." Yeong-bin immediately interrupts, "Do you have any proof that I did it?" Immediately Sieun grabs Yeong-bin's school bag, turns it upside down, and dumps everything onto the bed. A fentanyl patch slides out. The entire room goes silent. Yeong-bin's mother has nothing left to say. After witnessing everything, the homeroom teacher quietly turns to Yeong-bin's mother, then says, "You should transfer Yeong-bin to another school. If he stays here, he'll only get himself into even bigger trouble." What nobody realizes is that Yeong-bin hears every single word from outside the room. His eyes fill with hatred. At that very moment, his desire for revenge on Sieun becomes stronger than ever. That night, Sieun finally returns home. His father has also just arrived. The moment he sees the bruises on Sieun's face, he immediately understands. There was another fight at school, but instead of questioning him or forcing him to explain, his father simply says, "Get some rest." The next morning, Sieun walks into school as if nothing happened. But the atmosphere is completely different. Almost everyone who sees him instinctively scared. Nobody wants to get on his bad side. Then, Han Tae-hoon and Lee Jong-chan walk in. They stop right in front of Sieun. Then Lee Jong-chan say, "You're dead after school." Without even looking nervous, he replies, "Why wait until after school? Let's finish it right now." He stands up and calmly walks toward the washroom. The two bullies exchange a glance before following him inside. The moment they step in, Sieun locks the restroom door, then slowly turns around. His expression, completely emotionless. He stares directly into their eyes, then says, "Looks like you've forgotten what happened last time. Let me remind you." As he speaks, he slowly pulls out his pen and starts walking toward them. Every step echoes through the silent restroom. The confidence on Han Tae-hoon and Lee Jong-chan's faces instantly disappears. For the first time, they're the ones backing away. Sieun never attacks them. He simply wanted them to remember who they were dealing with. After terrifying them, he calmly walks away. Later that night, while going back home, Sieun unexpectedly runs into Suho. Sieun remembers the past and says, "I'm sorry." He knows he attacked Suho for absolutely no reason. Suho looks at him, then laughs. "Fine. I'll accept your apology if you buy me dinner." The following day, Sieun arrives at school again. First he saw Suho, sleeping peacefully on the desk, as if the classroom were his bedroom. When lunch break begins, Sieun gently wakes him up, then takes him out for a meal. While eating, Sieun finally asks the question that's been bothering him. "Why do you sleep in class every single day?" Suho casually shrugs. "I work as a food delivery rider all night. By morning, I'm completely exhausted." Then Suho looks at Sieun and asks him, "Why do you keep those earbuds in all day?" "That's rude, man." Sieun answers without hesitation. I wear them. So people won't try talking to me. Suho chuckles. You're absolutely weird, man. Sieun immediately fires back. Look who's talking. For the first time, both of them smile. Just two lonely boys. Slowly becoming friends. School finally comes to an end. Students begin heading home, completely unaware that someone is waiting outside. Someone who has been consumed by revenge. As Sieun walks down the empty street, he suddenly stops. Standing in front of him is Yeong-bin. He didn't come alone. Standing silently beside him is Seok-dae. The moment Sieun sees him, he realizes something. This isn't another school fight. This is a setup. A dangerous one. Without wasting another second, Seok-dae grabs Sieun and drags him away. At that exact moment, Seok witnesses everything. Without thinking twice, he tells Suho. The moment Suho hears what happened, he immediately rushes out. With Seok right behind him, they only have one goal. Find Sieun. Meanwhile, Sieun is dragged to an abandoned location. Yeong-bin looks furious. This is the revenge he's been waiting for. But there's one problem. They've completely underestimated Sieun. The moment an opportunity appears, Sieun grabs a flower pot and smashes it straight into Seok-dae's head. Before anyone can react, he turns and takes down the others one after another. For a brief moment, it looks like Sieun might actually escape. But then, Seok-dae stands back up, grabs Sieun, lifts him into the air, and slams him violently onto the ground. And that's exactly what Yeong-bin was waiting for. With Sieun unable to fight back, Yeong-bin rushes in and repeatedly kicks him without mercy. Just when it seems there's no way out, a shadow suddenly flashes across the scene. Before anyone can even understand what's happening, Yeong-bin is sent crashing to the ground. It all happens within seconds. Everyone freezes, because standing there is Suho. He finally made it. Without saying a single word, he helps Sieun back onto his feet. Then the three of them walking away. But there's one small problem. In order to rescue Sieun, Suho showed up hours late for his part-time job. Now, he has no choice but to bring both Sieun and Seok to the restaurant where he works. One clean dishes. The other bring drinks. Neither of them has any idea what they're doing. After everything they've been through today, hours later, the restaurant finally closes. The three of them sit down together, sharing a meal in complete silence. For a while, nobody says a word. Then, Seok slowly lowers his head. With tremble's voice he says, I'm sorry. Sieun quietly looks at him. Seok finally confesses the truth. During the mock exam, he was the one who placed the drug on Sieun's neck. Not because he wanted to, but because Yeong-bin forced him to do it. The very incident we witnessed back in episode 1. For a brief moment, silence fills the table. Then, Sieun simply added that he already understands. Seok was never the real enemy. Without holding a grudge, Sieun forgives him. Just like that, a heavy burden disappears from Seok's heart. That night, the three friends head home. Each of them returns to a completely different life. Sieun goes straight back to studying. Suho heads out for another long night of food deliveries. Meanwhile, Seok lies on his bed, scrolling through Suho's Instagram. A quiet ending to an unforgettable day. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, go do something good for society. And don't forget to check out my other videos on the channel. If you enjoy them, make sure to subscribe. That's all for today. I'll see you soon in the next episode.